Hi, I'm Nicholas Craster. I'm going to go through some common questions that I get asked whenever I bring up medical tourism in Turkey. And they're things that you would probably be asking me if you were here in person. So my friend Jim is going to ask me these questions and I'm going to reply to them.
Why did you get your teeth done in Turkey?
It was the only place I could afford to get it done.
Are the dentists good?
They're amazing. They are not all created equal. I found that out, and the ones that my team will be working with are the best. And they're just very kind and very knowledgeable.
How much cheaper is it?
Insanely. The work that I got done would have cost me $25,000 in the United States, and I got, including flight, got all my work done for a little over $6,000.
Is the quality of the fixing of the teeth is it the same as the United States? Or?
Yes, it is all the same products. If you need implants, it's the same. They can get implants from anywhere in the world. I have zirconium crowns and bridges. It is all the same, and they actually, I think they actually provide things to make it less painful that we don't even provide in the United States.
Is it expensive to get to Turkey?
Not really for how far away it is. Both times I went, my round trip ticket was less than $1,000. First time I think it was $715, and second time was like $880.
Is it pretty safe?
It's actually very safe. I didn't run into anything while I was over there. One of the really awkward things is while I was over there, there was like 2 mass shootings in the United States. And there was nothing like that in Turkey, and there usually isn't anything like that. For some reason, the internet makes Turkey out to be a hotbed of terrorism, but if you look for more information on, like, well, what actually happened, not much. And especially compared to the mass shootings and things we have here, I'd say it's quite safe.
Do people speak English?
Any room you go into, there's going to be somebody that can speak English, and everybody speaks a little bit of English because they're taught it in school. So I would usually enter a room and just go, English? And they go, hold on a second, and they'd go grab somebody that worked there. And then they would be the ones who are serving or taking care of me.
Did you run into any Americans that were there, that lived there?
I ran into Americans while we were over there, but not many. It's still, there's this idea of Turkey where it's Middle East, and because of 9/11, we have all this sketchy beliefs about the Middle East, but Turkey is nothing like what we have been taught the Middle East is like. I had no idea what I was getting into, and it was nothing. There are very few headdresses, and just it wasn't like a huge desert with a bunch of people wearing headdresses. There are a bunch of mosques, but it was very European, surprisingly European.
Overall, what are the people like there?
Kind. Everyone I met are very welcoming. They love and appreciate tourists.
Is everyone Muslim?
98%, possibly 99%, but the difference between Turkey and a lot of the other countries is there aren't as many devout Muslims. You hear the calls to prayer, the 5 times a day, but you don't actually see people stopping what they're doing and getting down and praying like you would in other Muslim countries. And people also drink there, which is very surprising to me. Because I know in the Muslim faith you aren't supposed to drink, and I asked my friend about that, and he goes, we were Turkish before we were Muslim. And it was like, it says don't lose yourself. It doesn't say don't drink. And the neat thing is I didn't see any drunk people. It's like I saw people drinking, but I didn't see any sloppy drunk people around. And I saw people out having fun, but a lot of them were drinking tea. They drink a lot of tea over there.
And what's the food like?
Amazing. Turkish breakfast is some different sausages and different things. Not my favorite, but you've got olives, pickles, cheeses. They like dill a lot and mint. A They'll usually have a hard-boiled egg or a different egg, like an omelet of sorts, or and they do amazing bread. They have a lot of different breads that are really good, and they'll have dipping sauces. They like to dip bread in honey over there, and it's actually really good. I would never thought to do it, but they have that in different jams and things for breakfast. And then for the rest of the meals, you can get like burgers and fries pretty much anywhere. The burgers don't taste like American burgers. They just taste a little different. Not bad, just different. There is no pork anywhere. There's like no pork of any kind that I saw. But lots of seafood and a lot of course, like lamb and a lot of the Greek things that they have different names for them. But what we see at Greek restaurants is a lot of that, like the heroes and things like that, are very common over there. The kebabs and all those things there's a Turkish version of all that.
Do they have like 4 or 5-star restaurants there?
Oh, yeah. And they have 4 or 5-star hotels. They have anything like this one mall we went to. It's like outside of it was Bentley, Mercedes, Lamborghini. Like there's all these things, and there's the places that cater to those kind of people. But normal, like as an American tourist, we can go in there and we can totally afford just hanging out and be like, wow, this is still a pretty good deal. Where the locals don't think that that's the case.
Is there anything to do there?
There is so much to do. It seems like there's mountains and sea everywhere, except Cappadocia, which is like in the center of Turkey. But there is a ton to do there, and there's amazing historical things to do and tours to go on, and it's a really cool place.
What are the cultural differences?
The one that stood out the most is kind of funny, but no one says God bless you when you sneeze. Now, it's weird because if they hear someone they know sneeze, they have an equivalent. But it's basically may health be with you, and they only say it to family and friends. It's a more personal thing. So when we say God bless you to everyone, they're kind of like, plus they call God Allah, so it's just kind of weird. So no one says bless you, but honestly, they're in general nicer than we are. They're more welcoming, which I think as a tourist makes you be a little step back a little bit, like to be careful. If you're out in public, there are especially if you're like in Istanbul or somewhere like that, you have to be careful about quick friends. If you just meet somebody out in the street and they want to befriend you real quick, be careful, because they might try to stick you with a tab somewhere or something like that. But in general, the people are just really nice, and we were treated with a ton of kindness.
What's Turkey like?
Way more European than you would think. Especially Izmir is extremely European, and it just has this feel. They use a Latin alphabet instead of a Sanskrit alphabet, and this guy Ataturk, who after World War I changed the path of Turkish culture. He gave women the right to vote. No one had to wear the headdresses anymore. No one wore fezzes anymore. He just modernized Turkey, and he wanted it to be like Europe. And he succeeded greatly, and it became a very amazing cosmopolitan kind of place.